We're standing here with some state troopers from the state of New Jersey, where I grew up. I tried to avoid you for a few years. Thank God I didn't kill anybody and I didn't get arrested. So it's good to be here with you. You know, it's very difficult to police Jewish communities right now. We're seeing a rise in anti-Semitic crimes and hate crimes of all kinds. You know, in cities and states all around the world. Tell me why you're here and what you think officers can learn from being on a trip like this.
Thank you. Well, we had a delegation here last year for the first time, and we read a proclamation at this event and promised to bring our younger troopers and officers back to teach about the Holocaust and when the voice of the voiceless don't do that and don't step up and do the right thing. So, and then October 7th happened. Both Detective Malik and Sergeant First Class Zelson here said, why don't we bring Muslim troopers and Jewish troopers together in the room in the wake of this, understanding we may have differences of opinions, but when we put this on, that we're serving those most vulnerable amongst us. So to have Muslim troopers, Jewish troopers, to be representing our state and certainly our country, hopefully it was a march of solidarity for us today, and just completely honored and humbled to do it.
And what were the feelings that you had walking around Auschwitz and going through the barracks and now coming on this march?
Words are very hard to describe. It's so tragic what occurred, and to walk through the same places and have our feet walk over the places where things happened so many years ago. I think the most important thing here is to recall that we'll never forget. And we actually all wrote "We will never forget" on one sign, and all the troopers signed it, because genuinely, truly, even after it happened, look at how many people from around the world are here today in solidarity to show support for what happened.
And I see on your pin here you have the letters WTC, World Trade Center. I was in New York at that time. Obviously something that Americans never forget, and they saw a taste. America saw a taste of what happens when extremists try to take out, their initiatives, they're evil on innocent civilians. Tell me why you have that pin with World Trade Center.
Yeah, any trooper who served during 9/11 has that WTC. If you see one without, means like Modesser here wasn't in the force when that happened. But it is our way of remembering and thinking of all those first responders that we lost that day. And even this year, we just lost 2 of our retired troopers to 9/11 cancer, and they'll be on the wall in Washington, D.C. So that attack from 23 years ago still takes from us today. And I think similarly, the Holocaust still draws from us today, still takes from us when you experience the kind of inhumanity that happened here. So we just, as Mud said, we won't forget.
And as a Jewish state trooper, obviously New Jersey is one of the largest Jewish communities in the United States, also a large Muslim community. People live together. Tell me, what's your takeaway here from the March of the Living?
Wow. Well, to see everyone here supporting, especially everything that's going on right now, this is the show of support, the remembrance, the not forgetting, being with my fellow troopers is extremely important. The takeaway is extremely humbling, and something that I'm going to have to think more about over the next few days about how this affected me. And then you asked in the beginning what we're going to do to come back. We're going to work together, continue to work together hand in hand within our communities, and come and build more relationships within the communities.
And tell me, how important is law enforcement at this time? We're seeing rising crime all over the United States. It's not easy to be a police officer, I think, maybe harder now than ever. Tell me how you maintain resolve and what you're doing to make it good to be a police officer, to maintain law and order in New Jersey.
Yeah, I think we've taken, for the state police, it's been over 103 years of service. That role that we serve in society. People call 911 because they're having a bad day and they want us to bring calm to chaos and resolution to their conflict at every scale, from the worst imaginable to the smashed mailbox. But when somebody shows up in this uniform, I trust that the women and men that show up are compassionate and will treat all of those people that we serve with a dignity and a respect, which we didn't obviously see back in the 40s here.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us here on March of the Living.
Thank you.